Sorry about that. Hello, doing this video to start again. I'm doing this video to the shower that I had this morning. Really nice temperature and was really happy with the temperature. Hello, doing this video to, give you the well. Really friendly, really happy with the service again. Hello, doing this video to the Pelican Crossing. Worked really well, really happy with how well it worked. Hello, doing this video to give you Dish Coffee Kitchen. Really friendly, really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, doing this video to the Dish Breakfast Bagel. Really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to the water. Really nice, really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to the water that I had this morning at the well. Really nice and really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to the cappuccino. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to to give you the water that I had this afternoon at the well. This afternoon, sorry, did I say the well? This afternoon at Dish Coffee and Kitchen. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to give you Dish Coffee and Kitchen. They're really friendly and I was really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Co-op. Really friendly, really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, doing this video to give the Pelican Crossing. When coming back from the Co-op, and also when I came back from the well this morning, it worked really well. I was really happy with how well it worked. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the pasta, meatballs, cheese, onions that I had for my tea. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to the water. Really nice and really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to pasta, meatballs, cheese, onions. Preheated the oven to 200 degrees at the time, 20 minutes. Put some water into the pan, measured out the pasta into the weighing on the weighing scales, and then some olive oil into a pan. Put the onions into the pan. Then once cooked, turn the hobs off. Took the meatballs out of the oven. Drained the pasta. Put the pasta back into the pan, and then put the pasta back into the pan. And then put the meatballs into the pan, and then mixed it all up. Served onto a bowl, and then served onto a bowl. And then served onto a bowl. Put cheese on top and put onions towards the side. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the well. They were really friendly and I was really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the cup of tea that I had this morning. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to say why I've enjoyed the service this morning. I really enjoyed the service this morning because it was really powerful and really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to give you Co-op. Really friendly, really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, doing this video to give you the well this evening. They were really friendly and I was really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, doing this video to give you the cup of tea. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. The teams that won fair results. Hello, I'm doing this video to say why I've enjoyed the service this morning. I really enjoyed the service this morning because it was really powerful. The worship was really powerful. I thought the host spoke really well. I thought the person that was preaching spoke really well, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And it was really powerful what was said, and I really enjoyed the readings this morning, and it was really powerful, and I like the actions. With the person with the flag this morning, I thought that was really good, and I really enjoyed it. I love doing this video with the water that I had this morning at the well. Really nice, and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the cup of tea that I had this evening at the well. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video so I've enjoyed the service this evening. I really enjoyed the service this evening because it was unbelievably good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really powerful what was said. I really enjoyed the communion. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try and stop it this time. So this is where I got to last time. I really enjoyed the communion. I thought the communion was fantastic. And I thought the preach was really good. This morning as well. I thought the communion was really. I really enjoyed the communion this morning as well, and this evening. And it was nice to just change it up because sometimes, do you know what I mean? It's repetitive the way that I go when I have for communion, but I had it in my head. I had a clear mind in my head, what I was going to do, and I just thought that was the right thing to do because sometimes you just like. I think I don't think there's a right or wrong. If I've got to be perfectly honest, I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think listen, listen, I thought I was comfortable with what I did this morning. Sorry, that when it was communion, and this evening I thought it was really good as well. I thought it was really powerful. It was just, yeah, no, it was really powerful. Um, no, it was really powerful. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so yeah, it was really good, and it was a really powerful message this morning and this evening, and I thought the person who hosted again this evening, like this morning, I thought they were really good, and the person who was doing the worship was leading the worship. Thought I really enjoyed the readings that they read, and I really enjoyed the Bible verses that they read. I really enjoyed them, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Hello, I'm doing this video to the live stream for C3 Hope. I thought it was really good and really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to the live stream for Grace Church. It was really good and really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to the live stream for The Well. I thought it was really good, and and I thought the sound was really good as well, and it was all very clear. Listen, the lighting was not the best, but you know what I mean. That's nothing to do with the live stream. It was just, it felt a bit, when you watch it back, it just, when you're seeing people moving about when it's communion, it just felt a bit dark. I don't know. It felt a bit dark, if I'm honest with you, outside. So yeah, the lighting could have been better, but take nothing away from the live stream. I thought the live stream was unbelievable. I thought like the person who was I thought it just no, I thought it all managed really well, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm doing this video to give you feedback show 7am to 7am to 11am. It was really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give a view of yeah, I'm doing this video to give you Trevor Nelson show 11am to 1pm. Really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to Shawnee B show 1pm to 3pm. Really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Eddie Caddy show 3pm to 4pm. Really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Rampage show 4pm to 7pm. It was really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Heartless Cruise show 7pm to 9pm. It was really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the Richie Brave show 9pm to 11pm. No, sorry, 9pm to 10pm. Sorry, it was really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give a review of Theo Johnson show 10pm to 12am. It was really disappointing, and it could have been better. And finally, I'm doing this video to, actually there might be two more videos. Yeah, there might be two more. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing this video to send my prayers to Lindsay Vonn. Listen, I'm really sorry to hear what has happened to Lindsay Vonn when she actually crashed in the downhill skiing final at the Winter Olympics. My thoughts go out to her, to her friends, and to her family at this very difficult time, and I wish her a very speedy recovery, and I hope she recovers soon and she's able to get back to doing what she does best, which is competing in the downhill skiing. Yeah, slightly earlier, so hopefully I might have a bit of time to. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully I've got a bit of time to say what I want to say. It's so yeah, because obviously I might go on for quite a bit here, so we'll see how I do for time. But I'm not disappointed about tonight. I'm not disappointed that I wasn't able to speak to someone who I get on really well with. And listen, I'm not disappointed about it. I think, from my point of view, look, from my point of view, it was just an unfortunate situation. Listen, I've had two really unfortunate situations. Last week, I had to take some, do you know what I mean? I got there just after, well, after they'd finished praying, so it was very unlucky last week. I wasn't trying to avoid them, but it was just, do you know what I mean? I took some medicine last week, so it was about, for me last week, it was about recovering and making a full recovery. But what I will say is that, and I said this before, and I'll say it again, I did speak to them at the furnace on Friday and Thursday and Friday, and I did manage to help them and their housemate putting help clearing away at the end. So from my point of view, the way I see it is it's just not possible sometimes. They arrived, no disrespect to them, because there's not. There's no disrespect to them at all whatsoever. But sorry, there's no issues. Did I say disrespect? No, there's no issues with the person whatsoever. I don't know if I did. I must have. Do you know what? If I said disrespect, then it was meant. Yeah, nah. So I reiterate what I said. So what? No. So I was I was disappointed not to have spoken to them, but the thing is, they come in. They came in just as the service had began. So the service had begun. I think we'd had the notice of where it was, and they came in. So, and yeah, they came in and they went and sat down at the other end which is their right, really, because it's good that they're hanging out with their friends. Do you know what I mean? So, from my point of view, there shouldn't be. There's no problem with it whatsoever. From my point of view, listen, they're entitled to talk to who they want to talk to. It's just unfortunate. I've said before, last week was so unfortunate. It really was unfortunate, and I'm just and it's like, listen, it happens. We go to work and you don't always get what you want. And there's no blame on anybody whatsoever. And it's, look, the thing is, you've got to be prepared. And listen, I went to church today, and when I was going to church today or this evening, this morning, forget this morning. They weren't there this morning, right? So just forget this morning. Just forget this morning, yeah. The thing is, it's not always going to be possible to talk to people who you want to speak to. Now, it's great that someone did speak to me this morning, this evening. So that's great. One of the youth people, that's great. With the people who's leading the youth, so listen, it's great, but it's not the end of the world, is it? It's not. Listen, it's not. It's not the end. It's not the end. It really isn't. And I feel in the past, like especially at Greenbelt, I've been very clingy. I should say I've been very clingy. And I think that's why there's been incidents, because I've been too clingy. And that's why I was obviously sat on the same, what is it, the same bench as them when I was at Greenbelt. And I do think that's why there's been problems, because I needed that experience. I needed to, that experience that I went through. I needed to, that experience that, like I said, that experience that I went through. I think it, for me, it's I'm glad I went through that experience. Look, I didn't want what happened. I didn't want to happen. Do you know what I mean? But I was a lot younger then. I was a lot younger. I couldn't. Maybe was I 20? Was I in my 20s then, or what? Was I 18? Was I in my 20s? I don't. I can't remember how old I was. Do you know what? I can't even remember how old I was. I don't even remember. I don't. Yeah, I don't necessarily remember. But I'm going to reiterate this again now. There's no fallout. There's no fallout whatsoever. I can guarantee you that now. I said this before. You don't listen. You don't always get what you want. You don't. It's simple as simple as that. You don't get what you want. You're not gonna get what you want all the time. It's just Rome is not built in a century. It's not built in a century. I mean, there was two other people which didn't get a chance to speak to me. So look, it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not just one person. It's not one person. It was two other people. They didn't get. I mean, I don't think they got a chance to speak to me either. So look, it happens. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. Listen, I'm glad that. Listen, when they're able to, they're going to speak to me when they're able to. But when they're speaking to other people, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? You can't just interrupt people because it leaves a really bad impression. You have to. Well, if they're there with you, you have to wait. Otherwise, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to wait to tell them about the shifts when I get the chance to speak to them, because let's be right, it'll have been 4 shifts since we last spoke, and it was only last week. We did speak last week, last Thursday and Friday. It was last Thursday and Friday because it was it was not. It was last Thursday and Friday. So yeah, it was last Thursday and Friday. So there's loads of opportunity. There's going to be loads of opportunities. Loads of opportunities. I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy. I'm really not unhappy. And I know they're going to speak to me. I know, of course I do. Why? We had a chat last Friday. Do you know what I mean? It's like we spoke last Friday. I spoke at the furnace. I spoke to them at the furnace. It's just, listen. It would be absolutely stupid to just try and speak to him when every time. It's just stupid. I just cannot break the safeguarding. Listen, there's a safeguarding in place for a reason, to keep people safe, to keep everyone safe. I don't want to fall out. And was that? Have I opened that? So yeah, that's it. Sorted it. So yeah, look. At the end of the day, you ain't gonna get what you want. It's not gonna happen. It's simple as that. I might as well pack church in now if this is the reason why I started going to church. I might as well pack church in now, because it ain't true. It ain't true. The truth is, I want to improve my performances at work. I want to improve my performances. I want to I want to put things I want to put things to one side. I want to listen. If I have a really awful shift tomorrow, for instance, if I have an awful shift tomorrow, I want to go home and I don't want to think about it. If someone asks me about my shift, yeah,
listen, I'm going to be positive. Even if it's all, even if some things are awful, which listen, it could be awful, right? But I ain't interested. I ain't interested. I ain't interested to talk about how awful the shift might be. I'm not listening. I'm not. And to be honest with you, I just want to be positive. I want to. I want to be really positive. And I'm sure this is what they'd be telling me as well. This is what they'd be telling me. I want to be positive. I have a positive mindset. I have a positive mentality. Like, I mean, maybe when I first started, you know what I mean? I was awful. Listen, things were not going well. I was isolated. I had, I felt isolated. Um, listen, I was really isolated. I had no, trying to think of the word. Um, I lacked an identity. I didn't have an identity about me. There was no identity because I had doubts all the time. I was going to work with a really negative mindset. It was really negative. And then in 2015, things changed. The supervisor slash friend told me things, said things to me which just transformed everything. And just really helped. It really helped me in difficult moments. So the thing was again, I started going to the well 2021, right? And I was in between churches at the time, and I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I wanted. When I first went, I was like, well, this might be a 6 month thing. This might be so and so. I don't know. I thought this could be a six. This might be a 6 month thing. This could be a trial. So it was sort of a trial. But you've got to have a look at. You got thing is you got to look at other churches. You got to look. You've got to look around. What's it's like when you buy a house. When you're looking for a house, yeah. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna buy the first house. You're gonna look. You're gonna view other houses, and then you're gonna then the best house which you're happy with. You're gonna go for that. So for me, the fact that I went to two different churches at that time, listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, well, yeah, well, yeah, there was because I weren't getting to know people. What I will say, it's taken time. That's the point I'm making. It's taken a bit of time. So I start work in 2000 and yeah. So that's the thing. The the person who I yeah look the person who I speak to. Look, all right, I didn't speak to him tonight. Didn't speak to him last Sunday. But the, what I'm grateful for is those prayers for me a couple of months ago. It's what I needed, simple as that. It really has transformed me. I feel transformed as I feel like I've transformed. I feel like everything is just really positive. And it's just helped me just get really positive about it. And look, listen, I was positive, don't get me wrong. In 2015, I was positive, but still having them doubts. And it was just like I was having doubts. For me, this is the best decision that I've ever made. The fact that I started going to church in 2021, um, to I think it was November, October this year. Was it October, November this year? The It was unbelievable. It was like that those prayers that they gave me, it's just transformed me. Everything's just transformed, and I'm just really positive. I'm really positive, and it's because of them. Like look, don't get me wrong, my supervisor has played a big part, right? Engaging with people, uh, talking to people, coming out my going out my comfort zone. I just feel really positive, and no, I just feel like, listen, they've given me so much positivity. I'm just like listening to their story as well. You know what I mean? It made me realise that, listen, you've got to let the shift go. Listen, you've got to let it go, and you've got to move on to the next one. That's what it has to be. It has to be like this. They've been fantastic. I'm just right now. I'm in the best place that I possibly could be, that I could possibly be in, because the ability, my ability is really changed. I would love to be with another steward. I'm frustrated because, of course, I am frustrated about it, because my only gripe on it is, how do I stop the person with the can if I'm on my own? I can't, it's not easy. Now, am I supposed to decant the can if I'm on my own? How am I supposed? Do you know what I mean? How am I supposed to get in the plastic cup and get rid of the can if I'm on my own? I can't do that. It's really hard to do. I can't just do that on my own. I mean, like a game like this tomorrow, and this is why I am disappointed I didn't get a chance to speak to them, because approaching the shift, you know what I mean? There's things which I am frustrated about. I am frustrated, but not with them. I'm frustrated because I do need to be with another steward. I think with the way I work, I do think that, look, going forward, I do need to be with another steward. So look, I haven't told them that. Do you know what I mean? I haven't been able to, but like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm really positive. I'm feeling really positive about the shift. I'm feeling really positive about it tomorrow. And I think the person, like I said, who I'm disappointed I wasn't able to speak to, because I was disappointed. Of course, I was disappointed, but I'm just, but not in a bad way, because, do you know what I mean? Because I said, I reiterate it again, there's no issues, right? There's no issues. So that's not why I was disappointed. Do you know what I mean? But it's not that. It's the fact that I've had so many good shifts. It's been so good since we spoke. It's been so good, and maybe the fact that I hadn't spoke to them tonight or last Sunday, maybe it might be a lot easier. And what I will also say is, I think this prayer meeting in 4 days' time. Is it 4 days' time? 4 days? No, 3 days' time. Yeah, 3 days' time. Obviously, it's Monday tomorrow, and obviously it's day after Wednesday. So yeah, 3 days' time. So obviously I'm saying 3 days, but because it's on the Thursday. But yeah, so it's 3 days. I've got the prayer meeting in 3 days. I guarantee you. I mean, like, again, we're only at the start of February now, and even so, it's, yeah. And even if I don't get a chance, like, I reckon that I will get a chance to speak to them this month. I reckon I will, and that's my belief. My full belief is that I believe that I'm going to speak to them this month. Like I said, last month was just, sorry, not last month. last week was very unfortunate. I was very unlucky. And even if I don't get a chance to speak to Miss Month, I'm sure we'll get a chance to speak again. I'm sure of it. It's just no, I'm sure of it. Like I say, it's just they've got to be. The thing is, they've got to be there already. That's the thing. They've got to be there. They've got to be there already, and they've got to come in. They've got to be. They've got obviously they have to come into the cafe area to be able to speak to. So no, they definitely are speaking to me a lot more. It's just like I say, the last 2 weeks have been the last two Sundays. I beg your pardon, have been a bit unfortunate, really. I mean, I did speak to him the same week last week, so it's not like I haven't spoken. So yeah, it's not like I haven't spoken. It's been what? It's been 1 week because like I said, I know we didn't speak on Sunday, but I know that we spoke on Thursday and Friday last week. So, and also the thing is as well, I've only seen one film, so I've only seen one film as it is. So, plenty to catch up on. There's plenty to catch up on anyway, and I'm not disheartened about it.